So I'm back again in Witney, Thursday, the I think 22nd of August. That's the marketplace. There's the beautiful parish church somewhere in the background, if you can see. And banks create money is my slogan. And I've just had a picture session with the Witney Gazette, which is great. And the guy turned up, and also, bless them, some people wanted to sign my petition and were prepared to be photographed doing so, which is excellent. So that I hope will help to get the message around. And I've sent emails and so on to various people around Witney. I'm hoping that they will take this issue seriously. So let's see how we go today. So it's 6:30 now on Thursday the 22nd of August in the main street, the High Street and Marketplace junction in Witney. And I haven't counted them yet, but I think it's something like 160 signatures in total now, so about another 60 today. I mean, it is a bit slow, but it's getting there, and I'm hoping that this will engage with the people of Witney, and I'll earn their respect for the idea that we should have a concerted effort to persuade David Cameron to change the monetary system so that the money is created by the Bank of England on behalf of the nation rather than by the commercial banks on behalf of the commercial banks. So we're getting there. Thanks very much. It's interesting, after 6, I mean it's now 6:45 and it's sort of quiet, but there are still people coming by in dribs and drabs, and it's a more personal encounter when it's quieter like this. And quite a high proportion of people sign, so actually the rate of signatures is higher now than it is during the daytime, I think. Lovely old building over there in true Cotswold tradition. Back on my patch at 10 to 9 in the morning, a bit later than I thought I was going to be, and I'm going to have to photocopy some more forms at the library. I've got 170 signatures now to David Cameron. So I met Phoebe in the street here, and she seems to like what I say. Phoebe, it's lovely to see you. Thanks very much. It really cheers me up to have you come and talk to me. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, I support what you're saying, and I would like to know more, but I have this feeling that we need to be supported by our own British banks.
Yep.
So I need to know more.
Yep. Okay. Well, you've very kindly taken my leaflet, and the main issue is that the country's money ought to belong to the country rather than to the banks.
Absolutely.
And so you've kindly written a covering letter for the petition.
Yes, I have.
So that it actually comes from a constituent.
I think as people, ordinary people, we need to have our voice heard. We really do.
Yeah. Indeed. That's great. That's
great.
Okay. That's lovely. Thanks very much. It's my lunch break. In nice Cotswold surroundings. So I've just had my lunch, picnic lunch, on a patch of grass just near the centre of Witney on Friday the 23rd of August. I must say I was beginning to get a bit hoarse and needed a rest, so got 3/4 of an hour break. I met some interesting people this morning. I think the number on the petition is now something like 200 and 220 or 240. Hercules at Briars Norton. So it's now Saturday morning, the 24th of August. I've got a total of 360 signatures on the petition now. That's including the 45 or so in Chipping Norton previous week. It's hard work, but I've met some interesting people here. This is the church green, St Mary's Green or something, just by the church. It was a bit rainy last night, and but it's not raining now, and I'm hoping for a good day of signature collecting. Might even get up to 500 signatures today. It's 8:45, just outside St Mary's Church. Here's my little purse thing, and I fold up the petition sheets and stick them in my pocket, and then at the end of the day I stick them in this thing.
Ow!
Right, okay, we'll go.
Right, ready, steady.
Okay. What do you think? Do you think these people are signing the petition, and the parrot? I'm not quite sure about the parrot, but it might sign the petition as well. What do you think about it, sir?
It's a
Hello.
female.
Oh, it's a ma'am. Sorry.
It's mom.
So is that okay to put all this on YouTube? That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Would you sign a petition to make it only the Bank of England that's allowed to create our country's money and not the commercial banks? Would you sign a petition to make it only the Bank of England that's allowed to create our country's money and not the commercial banks? Because I think the country's money ought to belong to the country rather than to the banks. At the moment it's a debt to the banks, all the circulating currency of our money, of our country, apart from the 3% which is cash. And I've just got 400 signatures, including those in Chipping Norton in the previous week, which is nice milestone. So is that okay to put it on YouTube? Yeah. Thanks very much indeed. It's really nice of you to sign. Thank you. Thanks very much indeed for signing that. That's really nice of you. Thank you. A gentleman who very kindly brought me a Coke because he thought I was doing a good thing, I think. Didn't want to appear on video himself, but here we are. Here's the Coke. Very nice. And I've got 475 signatures to David Cameron now, which is great. This is the evening of Saturday, the 24th of August, and I think it's coming up to 6 o'clock. So it's now Sunday morning, the 25th of August. I've been to the early service at St Mary's, which is the main parish church of Witney, and I'm outside the Elim church now. I know I'm pushing the boundaries a little bit here, but I'm sort of standing outside asking for petitions from Christians attending church. Being a church minister myself in Birmingham, I want to encourage Christians to see that who creates our money is an important issue, and I think it's important that Christians don't have a blind spot collectively about this, that it is important. It's acknowledged that politics needs Christians in it, but I think this is the kind of politics that needs Christians particularly, because I think it's holding our country back, and we need to get the banking issue sorted out, and Christians have a part to play in that. So I'm packing up now. I've met people in 4 different churches, and got some good future contacts, I think, which is great. And I've got 516 signatures to David Cameron on a petition saying by Act of Parliament, please make the Bank of England the only body in the land authorised to create the nation's money and prohibit commercial banks from doing so. So it's 516. About 48 of those were from Chipping Norton at the other end of the constituency, and some are from people out of the area, out of the constituency. But I don't know quite how many of those are, but there's a lot. I mean, they were all collected in the high streets of Chipping Norton or Witney, in David Cameron's constituency. And there are 2 covering letters to submit them to David Cameron from constituents, which is great.